So yun o, sinasabi dito, to determine fair value, kailangan mo mahanap yung point of control. So ano ba tong point of control? So yung point of control is simply where the most transactions took place, represented by the most volume. So ibig sabihin lang doon nag-occur or doon nangyari lahat or karamihan ng trade transactions. And ayun, as traders, importante na mahanap yung fair value or yung point of control. As yung price action doon sa area na yun will most likely determine yung next trending move or yung state of imbalance. So yun lang naman yung main objective natin is to better react during states of imbalances. So yun, paano ba natin siya mahahanap? So may tool tayong pwedeng gamitin which is the fixed range volume profile. So yung fixed range volume profile shows how many shares or units were traded at each price level for specific period in time. So it shows the trading volume and trading activity that has happened, specifically tailored to the time period you want to study or analyze. So kung titignan natin dito, para lang siyang range, di ba? Isa-set mo lang yung range and then yung green areas are the up volume and then the red areas are the down volume. And ito yung total volume pag pagsasamahin mo. Ngayon, yung point of control is the determined or perceived fair value. This is where most trades are facilitated based on the price range chosen. So, kung titignan natin siya dito, mahanap mo siya sa Investa, pindutin mo lang tong toolbox na to, punta ka dito sa prediction and measurement tools, pindutin mo tong fixed range volume profile, and then in any price range mo mahanap yung point of control mo. So, erase muna natin to. So, let's say ito yung non-trending move natin. Yan, yung area na yan. So, para mahanap mo yung point of control or yung fair value of that non-trending state, pindutin mo lang yan, then click and drag the price range. So, makikita natin dito na yung point of control is at 30K dito sa June 9, 2022, yung price range na yan. So, kung titingnan naman natin, hahanapin natin yung fair value or yung point of control for this non-trending state, makikita natin na ito yung yung point of control niya. So, right now, we are above the point of control. So, ibig sabihin lang nun na buyers are stronger than sellers. So, yun yung volume profile or itong fixed range volume profile can serve as support and resistance. So, basically, mas objective way siya to determine areas of fair value instead of basic support and resistance na structural yung basis niya. So, mas mahahanap mo yung area of perceived value, diba? Or fair value. So, basically, if price is approaching point of control, kunwari, based dito sa example na to, ito yung current, current price na. So, price is approaching the point of control. So, ngayon, since approaching siya sa point of control, it is expected to serve as resistance. Kasi, siya di ba? Mas madaming shares or madaming volume na nakaharang at this price point. So, ngayon, if price breaks the point of control and successfully decouples above the point of control, it is expected to trend upward. So yun, one example of this is this Bitcoin chart. So during non-trending states, it is very important na alam natin kung nasaan yung point of control dahil yun yung magdedetermine ng next state of imbalance ng isang trending move. If mag-break below the point of control, then magda-downtrend or possibly magkaroon ng impulse move pababa. Or if mag-break above the point of control during non-trending states, then possibly pwedeng mangyari is mag-trend siya upward. So it actually depends if may enough price acceptance from the buyers or the sellers. So right now, our point of control for Bitcoin is at around 19,000, di ba? Or 18,800. So ngayon, ito yung magsaserve as support right now. Ngayon, may two possible scenarios based on auction market theory. May scenario 1, scenario 2. For scenario 1, if hindi mag-support yung point of control, possibly mag-resume yung downtrend niya. Okay, so for scenario 2 naman or scenario B, since price is above the point of control, then ito yung magiging next possible support niya. Then, given the scenario na mag-retest siya at this point and it bounces upward, then possibly mag-reverse na yung Bitcoin. And another example is this chart, no? So, nagkaroon ng failed auction dito. So, basically, nag-break below the point of control yung presyo, no? And after the break comes the initiative selling, resulting to a negative 57% drawdown after ng breakdown doon sa point of control. So, yun yung importansya ng point of control, lalo na during non-trending states. Dahil that it dictates the fair value, no? And if price breaks below the fair value, most likely sellers will dominate. And if price breaks above the fair value or the point of control, then buyers will dominate. So, ganun lang siya simple. So, meron tayong dito, market or volume profile cheat sheet. So, state number 1 or scenario 1, if price breaks below the point of control and retests, it has a high probability to continue its impulse move. So, coming from a downtrend, if price accepts naman and bounces above the point of control and successfully retests, it will probably create a counter rally on the opposite side. So, parang W structure siya or double bottom structure. So, ngayon, if price breaks below point of control and hovers below it, price will most likely continue its impulse move. So, siya, di ba? Hover below the point of control. So, that indicates na mas malakas talaga yung selling pressure compared sa mga buyers. So, yun, no? Bakit ba natin to inaaral, itong mga foundational concepts na to? So, itong mga concepts na to, it helps us gain context on what the market is doing, no? From the perspective of law of supply and demand. So, having context and understanding the main logic on what price is showing us, it helps us make actionable plans. So, mas madali siyang i-approach, di ba? Mas madali siyang atakihin. So, yun. In conclusion, yung auction market theory, yung law of supply and demand, yung volume profile are really key concepts para mas maintindihan natin yung market dynamics and behaviors. Yung pagfo-focus sa pagme-memorize on technical chart patterns or indicators, wala yung use kung hindi mo maintindihan yung market dynamics.